Howdy, welcome back. Hi, I'm Brian. This is Red Clay Flips. Today I'm going to go over week 2, the wrap up of week 2, all the things I was able to source from thrift stores, what I listed them for on eBay, my pricing strategy, thoughts behind that, what if anything sold, and mistakes, lessons I've learned along the way. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to put a link to the original video that'll kind of explain what this whole little journey, challenge, however you want to describe it, is. I'll also pin that into a comment. So without further ado, let's get to what I was able to source. Haul number 1 of week goes. Callaway, new with tags, $250, hoping 15 to 20. This super fashionable, this is pretty goofy looking, but 1,000, I guess they're pretty good cycling helmets. This thing is new, or it appears new, never worn. It's got some shelf wear, but it doesn't look like anybody ever put it on their head. It's like took it off, maybe got it as a gift. Not sure. I see comps anywhere from 40 to 70 something dollars for these. And in new condition, this would obviously be open box or even just used, but in great condition. So I'm hoping $35 to $40. I paid $6 for it. I bought this. I really don't know why. Maybe there's something inside of me that really wants to read the Princess Diaries. I don't know. I don't know why I got this, but I paid $3 for this. This is probably one of those bad deals. Got these new sealed VHS-C tapes. Bought these primarily to add with a camcorder. If I ever come across one, that way it's plug and play. I think that will help with a sale or sweeten the pot, as you would say. I got this Apple Lightning SD card reader. It's new. It's been opened, but never pulled out. And never pulling out is normally not good, but in this case, it's okay. I think that should go for about $20. This Honda Accord, 1998 to 2002 reference manual. Spent some time in these. We're not going to go into that, but I think that this will go for about $15 for those who don't have internet, want to take it out to their car. I'm not sure. Mistake number 2, more than likely, Appalachian Passage. I'm from Georgia, so this kind of called to me, and it was a quarter. And so I thought maybe just because it was kind of regional, it might have a little bit of attraction. Probably not, though, so that probably is another mistake. In that quarter thing, I want to point out that these books here altogether were $3.91. All the hardbacks were a quarter, and this book was 12 cents. I don't even know why they charged 12 cents, but it was 12 cents. These books are made by Adele. This is Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Library. There's volumes 1 through 3. And I guess these are references for people in the trade and maybe shortcuts, just like an encyclopedia for plumbers. I saw where these, if you lot them up, you can sometimes get between $20, $25 for these. And I also have ones for the carpenters. These are 1, 2, and 3. These are kind of misfits, just thrown in together. So I'm probably going to lot these all together because they are carpenter related. Put these together for $40. So for $3.91, even with my mistakes, I think these books will play out. They're probably slow sellers, but for that kind of money, I figured I had to take a gamble. The next I owe to my wife. She helped me find these bags at Goodwill. This is a new with tag. Tommy Bahama. Paid $6 for it. I looked at these being new. I think they go for about $40 to $45. This Kate Spade paid the same thing, $6. It's in great shape. I'm thinking 30 for this, $35. And then finally, this Vince Komoto, whatever. I'm not saying that right, and I don't even care. This bag here, this is a nice leather bag. It's in great shape. It's super heavy. You can just tell sometimes when you grab a purse that they are quality by the way they feel and the way the leather feels and stuff like that. So again, $6. So all the purses and totes I paid $20 for because it was Goodwill and they ask you to round up, and I just rounded up. I got $3.91 on the books. I got 2 on this. I got 3 on this. 50 cents on that, and 6 on the helmet, and $2.50 on this. So not a bad haul for the first haul of week two's picks. And now we're going to go to pick number 2. All right. Day 3 of week 2. Only found a few picks today, but I think they're pretty good for the amount of money I paid for them. So let's go through them real quick. I got this Remington True to Light makeup mirror. I tested it. All 1, 2, 3, 4 functions work on it. In pretty good shape. Mirrors are clean. I'm hoping I can do about $30 on that. $25, $30. I paid so what I paid for that. $2.62. I paid $2.62 for that. I found this guy. He was 75% off. King of the Grill bobblehead. Made out of ceramic composite, I believe. 75% off. I paid $1.24 for him. I don't know what he'll sell for. Maybe $14, but he's cool. Man cave, grilling area kind of guy. I got this open box, but it's brand new, sealed, never been taken out of the box. Weather radio from Midland. It's a good time of year for this, with all blizzards, cold fronts coming in and stuff like that. So I got that. I paid, what did I pay for that? $1.57 for that, and I'm thinking $20 to $25 for that. And last of all, is these Keens. They're work shoes. They got aluminum toe boots. They've been used, but you can see the tread is really good, and the outsides of them are really good. They're a size 10. I think they're a size 10 in women's, though, but a size 10, but they're in great shape. I paid $6.50 for these. So not a lot on this pick, but I think the return on those should be pretty good. In total, I paid $12.87 for day number 3. And I'll be back when I find some more. 4th group of items for week 2. Let's go through them. Got this Kingsington Orbit trackball. It's a vintage. It's for people when they have carpal tunnel or they have limited space on their desk. They use these. And it looks like people still purchase these. Pay $2 on it. I think it goes for about $20. Got this Conair Instant Heat hair setter. It was 50% off. They had $3 on it. Paid $1.50. I think these go for about $20, $24, $5 in that range. Last item I got this in this haul is paid $9.78. It's a Michael Kors wool with the quilted liner inside. It's in almost perfect shape. I don't know if anybody wore this or not, but it looks in great shape. I don't know if it's women's or men's. I need to do some research on it. It is large, but for $9.79, I think I should be able to do well on that. So this was day 4, probably the last day for this week. I didn't spend a lot this week. Didn't get to the $100 mark. I only spent $43.81 this week. I'm hoping I got a little bit, instead of just getting a lot of fluff, I got stuff that will actually sell, and maybe not for huge profits, but enough to get the ball rolling. In a little bit, we're going to go through what sold this week and where I'm at as far as money in, out, and just kind of get the wrap up for the week. All right, let's go there. If you've been here before, you realize that the whole premise of this is to keep my picking, my sourcing under $100. Well, this week I didn't even come close to that. I don't think I spent half of, actually I didn't. I spent $43.81 when going over the receipts. It gets a little muddy because sometimes I find things that I keep for myself or my wife likes, or my kids or something. So, but going through this as best as I can, kind of being fuzzy with the taxes, I spent $43.81. The reason for that has nothing to do with actually the 100. I kind of wanted to spend the $100 because I'm trying to build the store up. But Toys Plus 88, I believe, is his handle. I forgot his name in the last video, but there you go. There's your shout out. He told me quality over quantity, and I'm trying my best to do that. I'm still making mistakes because I'm always looking at the margins. I'm trying to look for the low price with the bigger margins, even if it's small money, like $8, or if I spent a quarter and I made $8. In my mind, that's still a pretty good flip. So, but when I was out there, I just wasn't seeing that, and I didn't want a bunch of garbage, or trying to. I still bought garbage, but trying to not get that. And so that's why I only came up to $43.81. So let's look at what I listed everything for that we sourced this week, my thought process behind that, and then what sold. All right. What I listed this week on eBay, y'all saw the Conair Instant Heat. I paid roughly $1.50 for that. I got that at $21. The Kensington Orbit mouse. Well, the thought for the 21 is I've already sold one for $24.97. It was a little bit of an older one, and so I kind of keeping it in that $20 to $24 range is why I went with that. The Kensington Orbit mouse here, I put that at $17.97. The comps are kind of up and down all over on it because there's newer models. This is an older model. So I guess it's just, is the buyer buying it for the trackball? Is the buyer buying it because it's vintage? So it goes up or down. The Remington True to Light makeup mirror, I put that at $29.97. If you go on there, it's almost like 100% sell-through rate. And that's the range, 24 to 35 in there, especially when everything works on it. The mirrors are fine, and that one is, and that's in that condition. The Keen Utility toe, what am I trying to say? Work boot for women. It is a women's shoe. I saw the W on it. Put those at $30. I might have to drop that, but right now I think that's a fair price for that. The Vince Camuto, I got that at $69.97. I saw where one like it. This, again, it's like by the style changes what they go for. This one has sold before and has sold for 70 plus. The ones that I found, there may be others that sold for less, but the ones I found more recently and in this kind of condition have sold for 70 plus, actually like 74, 78, something like that. The King of the Grill bobblehead I got for $14.97. I'm guessing on that. I just think it's cool. If it hangs out for a while, I'm not going to complain. The Tommy Bahama New Attacks tote, 45, seems like the fare for that new on eBay. The Hayes repair manual that I paid 12 cents for, I put that one on for $9.97. It's like a $5 to $15, depending on if it's free shipping and all that kind of stuff. So I'll try it at $9.97 and go from there. Now these books, kind of guessing by like, it seems like there are solds about $5 a book. So I lotted them all together. The Carpenter's lot for $34.97. The Callaway new hat, got that at $19.97. It's brand new. I think they go for $29, $30 in the store. So I don't know. The Kate Spade crossbody, I got that at $42.97. I was going to put that at 30, but every time, I don't know if I should trust eBay suggested, but eBay's telling me 55. I don't think, when I looked at the comps, 55 didn't sound right. So I was going to do 30, but I figured between 30 and 55, 42 sounded like a good number. So I went with that. The Plumbers books, I got those at $17.97. Again, that's kind of like with the idea of $5 to $6 a book. The Apple lightning to SD camera reader, I got that at 19. They sell all day long, like sealed new for 24. This one's, the bottom's been opened, but it's brand new. So I think 19 is a fair price for that. The Princess Diaries, I got for $14.97. I don't know. That's me throwing a dart into the wind. So those are what we sourced this week. I still have this jacket I'm going to put on. I'm still trying to do a little research on it to know exactly. That's the Michael Kors jacket. That's like, in like new condition. I know you can't put that on like new on eBay, but it looks like it's new. So I'm still working on that. That should be on probably by the time you guys see this video, because I'm doing this on Sunday and I upload these on Monday. So let me go over to what sold. Okay, I got a little funny thing about this first one. So somewhere along the line, I realized that, I have no feedback. And I don't know if you can see it up here. I finally have one feedback. And it's because of this guy right here. And some people may think this is cheating. Well, it's not cheating, but it's kind of cheesing the system. I basically my niece makes bracelets and she has all these thank you stickers that she puts on her packages when she sells them at school or at little fundraisers. And she had a bunch of these stickers laying around. So I saw, or somebody told me that you could basically take a few of those. You could ship them like in an envelope and keep it like at $1. And you send that out, and it's an easy way, like for $1 shipped, you get something, they get something back, and you can give them feedback, they can give you feedback. I guess it's kind of cheesy, but I'm actually selling something and sending it to them. So, but anyways, I got my first feedback from that. So that's why you'll see two. One, I haven't gotten a feedback for. The top three here, the filter, the Patagonia, and the red Clairol's all sold last week. So the ones that sold this week were this coffee grinder here. I didn't have that listed in the last video, and it came out on Monday, and it sold immediately. I paid $5 for that. My net cost over here I mean, my net profit for that is 61. So minus the $5, you're talking $56 on that coffee grinder. You saw me in my sourcing video when it comes to this Appalachian Passage Helen hardback cover book. I got it because I liked it, but I didn't think it would really sell. I sold it for, I think, 14. And then after taxes, anyways, my net profit on that was $6. I paid a quarter for it. So that is not going to make you rich, but the profit margin is pretty nice. And then I sold the Midland weather radio that I got for $1.50, $60, $1.60. I took a best offer on that for $20. With after shipping and eBay fees, it was $15. So minus the $1.60, let's just call that $14. So those are the things that I was able to sell this week. I'm just chopping wood, as Kirby Smart Georgia Bulldogs would say. I'm just chopping wood. So this week I'm going to go out and try to find some more. The things I guess I learned again is really all boils down to sourcing, is trying to not be emotional about the things you buy, not just because, if you're looking to resell it, not just think because you like it, other people will like it. But I was kind of wrong with this Appalachian Passage. I might have been able to sell it for more. I don't know, or just the right person came along and the price was right with that. The other ones make sense. Coffee grinder, and it was a nice. I knew after I brought it home and I did some research, I knew that was going to be good. The weather radio was new in a box, and a lot of people probably need weather radios, especially this time of year. So those make a whole bunch of sense. Like I said, going forward, I'm going to keep chopping at it. Hopefully I can find some interesting things, not just these, as other people call them, bread and butter type things. If you guys think I've priced things wrong, too high, too low, or if you have any suggestions of things I should be looking for when I'm out, I'm open for them. Please leave a comment. Let me know. If you like this, you want to keep seeing how things are going, please subscribe, like, do all those things. And like I said, if you haven't seen the first video to kind of know exactly what's going on and where the premise of this whole series of videos is coming from, please go back and look at that. It's I pinned it in the comments, and I appreciate you staying till the end. All right. Thanks. Bye. All right. So if you made it this far and you're glutton for punishment, I just want to show you something. Doesn't happen very often down here in Middle Georgia. And that is snow. Woke up today with some snow. I know that for y'all up north, this is nothing. But for us, actually, a lot of it's burned off at this point. But we woke up and it was snowing at the time. And then it was a nice cover of snow on the ground. And now the sun is out and it's burning it off. But yeah, so a little excitement for us here in Middle Georgia. Thanks for watching.